One of the most common questions I get is, why don't we do testing for your hormone levels? I mean, how can we dose you correctly if we don't know what your blood levels or your saliva levels are? And the truth is, for hormone replacement therapy, there's no reason to do blood tests. I know that goes against what most people think and what a lot of people practice, but it's just not necessary. In fact, there was an editorial in the New England Journal of Medicine a while back. The title was, "Stop Ordering Blood Tests for Hormone Replacement Therapy." It was talking about what a waste of time and money and people and effort on people's behalf it was to do these blood tests because they just aren't useful. The problem with hormone levels is that the hormone levels will vary from day to day, even from hour to hour, depending on where you are in the month, depending on what your stress levels are. And so if you get a hormone level, you're only getting a snapshot at one moment in time. And that level can change drastically 6 hours later or the next day or a week later. And so it really doesn't tell you what's happening in your body except at that particular moment. And so it really is very unhelpful and not useful. The other thing is, these things are expensive, and we want to make this affordable for people. And number one, safety. So we want to make sure this is safe, and that's our number one priority, is we don't want to hurt anybody. But you don't need blood tests to do this safely. You don't need saliva tests to do this safely. You don't need hair tests to do this safely. Hormone replacement therapy is best dosed and best chosen as far as which medications to use and what strength of medication based on your symptoms. And so the way we dose your hormone replacement therapy is, we have this questionnaire that you're going to fill out. Now, some of those questions are designed to make sure it's safe for you. In fact, most of them are. But a lot of them are also designed to help me figure out what's going to be the right dose for you. And so we take all this information, your history, your symptoms, your other medications that you're on, your BMI, and from that, we build a picture of what your body needs and how your body behaves and what's going to be the right dose. And so from that, I'm able to figure out a good starting dose, which honestly, for most people, my initial dose works right off the bat. But then I'm going to follow you over time and ask you how you're doing. How are your symptoms? Is this fixing your symptoms? Is it not doing anything for them? Is it somewhat helping, but there's still more room to go? Or is it causing side effects? And depending on which symptoms need more help or which side effects you might be having, I can adjust the dose of various medications. Maybe we need to increase your estrogen. Maybe we need to decrease your estrogen. Maybe we need to increase your DHEA. So those changes will be made as we move along, depending on how your body is responding. And so that's the way we dose hormone replacement therapy. It's the right way to do it. It's the safest and most accurate way, and it's also the most economical way. You don't have to waste your money doing these expensive tests. You don't have to waste your time. I can tell from your history, from your symptoms, and from how you're responding to the medications, what's the right choice of medication and what's the right dose of the medication. And as we go down the line, how do we need to adjust that dose depending on how your body is responding? And also, for some women, the dosage needs may change over time as their body changes. If we start this early, which is really the best way to do it, your body is going to make less and less hormone over time, and we may need to adjust the dose of your medication, and that's normal. And so we need to keep communication lines open, we need to talk to each other, and we need to adjust the dose correctly depending on how you're doing. And so that's the way we dose hormone replacement therapy, and it's why we don't need tests in order to tell what's the right way to do it.